Hello, my name is Danelli Bustamante, and today we'll be covering the descriptors associated with the ELPS. In particular, we will be describing the intermediate English limited proficient student who is an intermediate student. And so let's begin with that. So there are different type of levels, but typically when we're starting with the intermediate level, the student is unfamiliar with their language, with English, as they have a second language, which is their first language, and so they need linguistic supports and adaptations. As a teacher, what you can do is you can use keywords and phrases to help these students remember these type of words, and another thing they might do is request for clarification. They could ask the speaker to repeat, or to slow down, or to rephrase their speech. Okay, so as far as speaking is concerned, as a teacher, what you might want to do is use simple messages, simple vocabulary, simple sentence structures, and whenever a student needs to be corrected, there is a simplified way to do it. So say a student comes up to you and they say, "Oh, I like your shirt blue." Instead of directly correcting the student and kind of minimizing their effort, what you can do as a teacher is repeat to them and say, "Oh, I like your blue shirt too," or "Thank you for liking my blue shirt," and kind of rephrase sentences in that sense. Okay, so with, again, a student who is an ELPS student at the intermediate level, as far as reading is concerned, what you can do is provide a wider range of topics that use everyday academic language. Slowly and carefully read what they are reading. Use basic language structures, again, simple sentences with visual cues. A lot of visual cues help these students remember what they are being taught, and pre-teaching is extremely important, as well as they are more likely to retain that type of information if something visual or something pre-taught is associated with what they're learning. Grade level texts with difficulty, they might have some difficulty because they're not on level. At the high level, there should be linguistic accommodations. And then moving on, most of these students have a limited ability to use English. However, there is some use of English. Best topics are those that they are highly familiar with and should use simple English. And those types of reads, or those types of passages, anything like that, should use simple oral tone and messages. It should have high frequency vocabulary, loosely connected text, and repetition of ideas, mostly in the present tense, as it means to help familiarize the student with basic English structure. And so that kind of wraps up the different types of listening, speaking, reading, and basic descriptors for an intermediate English limited proficient student. Again, the best thing to do with these types of students is to have patience and to work with them. It should never be the goal of the teacher to minimize their efforts, and if anything, they should work with the student and help them appreciate and understand that even their second language is what makes them more valuable as a person, and even in the future in the workplace. So it's in our best interest to help these students and to work with these students as they're all valued and at the same level.